All right. Hey, y'all. Just getting started. 7:01. Sorry, I usually jump on a few minutes early. I've been seeing a few of y'all here. Put your faces in if you're able to. I just finished up a little nursing session because my baby, Harvest, woke up 5 minutes before this was going to start. So, just trying to settle down now and come into out of mom mode into teaching mode. It's just such a quick turnaround. So oils are helpful for that. I am so excited for tonight. Welcome everybody to our weekly Monday night wellness call. This month, I wanted to focus on emotional health. And then the next couple of weeks we're doing, I believe female hormones are first and then male hormones. I was going to do the typical February libido kind of educational route, which is always fun, right? Oils in the bedroom, but emotional health is something everyone can benefit from, no matter what season of life you're in. And I think it's very important. And from the conversations I've had with friends today and just people having a hard time right now, I'm excited. And I pray that this helps somebody tonight. And we are recording, so you'll be able to share this recording afterwards too. So if you're new here, these are fast and furious. They're 15 to 20 minutes long. It's going to be hard for me to keep that at this time frame tonight with all that I have to share, but I will. I'm going to keep it brief. And I'm going to share at the very end a very easy, practical protocol. So we're just going to jump into it. I already started recording. So before I get into that oily protocol, I want to talk about some healthy habits that I have discovered that have really worked well for me. I'm a mom of 3 young kids. I have a 5-month-old baby. I'm walking in new territory right now, a new season of navigating very broken sleep and being, working from home and working from home with my husband. And just every time we go through a new season in life and the things that we go through, we kind of have to rediscover self-care and healthy habits. It always looks different. So these are just a few things that I try to implement that make a massive difference in my life. And I always love when people show their faces. It's okay if you don't want to. It just makes me feel like I'm talking to somebody tonight. But if you're not able to, still participate in the chat. I would love to just kind of interact and hear from you. I think we all benefit from each other. So as I'm sharing, if you have anything you want to share, please type it out, put it in the chat. So the very first thing that comes to mind when I think of supporting my emotions, my emotional health, which in turn is going to affect every area of my life. It's going to affect my physical health, because when I have energy and motivation, I'm more apt to take care of myself, which then affects my marriage and my parenting and my output and my creativity and my business. And so it's all kind of an inner working overflow from one another, right? So the first thing that I find really, really grounds me is nature. And this for me looks like simply getting out in the fresh air. I live in Louisiana half of the year. So in Idaho, the other half of the year. When I'm in Idaho, this part of my life is very easy. I go for hikes regularly. I walk to the lake. I swim in the lake. I ski. It's readily available. Louisiana, today, what I did, I just took my baby and my dog and we went on a little stroller walk. We live in the city down the street. But it makes a huge difference. It doesn't have to be this big grand exercise necessarily, but just getting fresh air away from a phone, away from Wi-Fi, away from all of the technology that is creating so much noise, and getting fresh and vitamin D from nature, from God, is the most amazing. Grounding yourself in the earth by barefoot walking in grass, that can be really revitalizing too. Some of these things I'm going to say, they sound so silly and simple. And even just saying it out loud, I'm like, I know you guys know this, but sometimes we just need that reminder, right? Like, when is the last time you just went outside without your phone And how often do you do that? And can you put that in your routine for like 5 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day? It's a game changer. I know when Emerson, our firstborn, she was adopted from birth, and she was very high needs as a baby, and little things could set her off. And I learned that very early on. My sister introduced me to something called forest bathing, and it's like something the Japanese do, but it's literally just going out in the forest and nature and walking without any phones or any Wi-Fi or anything. And it would be the best way for me to help calm her. It would be the best way for me to get her to take a nap. And so I could see the effects on even my baby then. A Sabbath day. This is something that Jeremy and I started incorporating into our family routine. It's a huge family value for us a couple of years ago. And I'm not going to lie, it was hard at first. It was very unnatural. Our Sabbath is on Saturday. Saturday is generally jam-packed with activities and invitations. And for me, my go kind of mentality, it was like a day of chores and a day to work outside in the house and in the garage, and a day of work. Honestly, even though my whole week was work, this was a different kind of work on Saturdays. And so at first it was very difficult for me, and y'all can do this any day of the week. It doesn't have to be that particular day, but slowly but surely, we not only learn to love it, but we crave it. And I'm telling you, when I have a Saturday where I'm not able to have that rest day, I feel it. We were designed by our creator to need this, to want this. I can't imagine like how depleted I would be as a mom, as a person, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, if I didn't have a day of rest. So it is a complete essential for me as a healthy habit for emotional health. Body flow. I like to put it that way because I'm not in a season right now where I'm having my typical gym routine. My baby's, in my opinion, too small to put her back in the childcare or anything like that. So this looks like for me stretching and walking. It's a very basic, but I'm getting circulation, I'm getting lymph flow. It's amazing for my feel-good hormones. And so I'm not talking about like an intense workout, although working out and exercising of any form is great for you. I love riding my bike. So this might be something that you already do, and that's wonderful. Hopefully there's something in here in this list that I'm sharing that is going to be like a little aha for you of, you know what? It's been a long time that I've done that, or that's not a part of my regular routine. And I'd love for you to give it a try. See if it helps stabilize you and make you feel emotionally grounded. Simplify. So this can look like a lot of different things. This can look like getting rid of actual physical clutter in your home, which feels really good. Every time I do it, it's a lot of work and it kind of takes a little bit to get motivated. I always start small. Like if you haven't decluttered in a while, start with like a drawer and then move to like a closet and then move to a purse. Like just do one item at a time. But the more that you do it, it starts to feel so good. And less truly is more. You can feel it. It's like a physical clutter is a physical thing that weighs on us emotionally and we don't even realize it. But you can also simplify your schedule, and that can be very cluttered as well. That can be filled with obligations and things that don't actually fuel you or bring you joy, or things that you thought you might enjoy but actually don't. And now your calendar is just you're a slave to it, and you can change that. And so simplifying your time and your schedule is something that we should reevaluate constantly. I have this calendar. I think it's called the Family Plan Calendar, something like that. It's huge. It's like this big thing that hangs in our kitchen, and every single week you redo it, and we kind of prioritize. So we put in there things for self-care, for like our date night, like a family time. I try to put in all the categories, something with a friend. I try to do business, something related in there. And so by the end of the week, it's a very well-rounded week, but I'm not stacking everything on every day, right? Somebody told me once, you actually have to pencil in self-care. And I was like, that's ridiculous. No, as a mom now, I realize I have to put that down. If I want that to happen, I have to plan for that. So simplify your schedule. process your emotions. I had a really great conversation earlier with a longtime friend, and she's going through a healing journey that it is physical, but it's emotionally rooted. It kind of stems for her all the way back to childhood and stuffing emotions and doing what culture says to do. Take this pill and numb yourself. Don't feel. And now as an adult, she's dealing with the repercussions of so many years of that mentality. And so what does it look like to deal with our emotions in a healthy way? Well, I'm going to share with you a protocol for that, but processing things looks like talking to a friend, talking to a mentor, literally talking it out, writing it out, journaling it out, but basically don't ignore it. Don't cope like in the typical coping ways and numb it, because at the end of the day, it's actually, you're not going to feel healthy. You're not going to feel good. Okay, for me, I wanted to make this really simple because I know how short of a time frame I have. And so I just included 2 things that I do that also add to this wellness routine, in addition to the things I already mentioned. So every single day, maybe twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, I do a wellness drink. And that looks like Ningxia Red, which if you don't know what that is like a whole body infusion antioxidant drink. It's absolutely amazing tasting, but it's good for all of your body systems. Mineral essence, which is minerals are key to us absorbing vitamins. And so if we are supplementing and taking things that we need, if we lack minerals, we aren't absorbing them. So minerals, we are bioelectric beings. Minerals are essential. So unless you're like growing your own organic food in mineral rich soil, chances are you're depleted in minerals. Most of us are. So I drink it every day, multiple times a day. By the way, I give this stuff to my kids, and I say supplement as needed because I don't believe that if you eat really healthy and take care of yourself, that you need to have a supplement. However, I feel depleted in my sleep deprivation. And so I'm supplementing like with enzymes and with probiotics. And if I'm under the weather or I'm traveling, then I'll do even more than that. So a wellness drink, and drinking is just easy for me to do. Like I can do that with smoothies too. I can put really great things in smoothies and it's just easy. And then breathing in essential oils. Breathing. How about just breathing? Let's just say that, breathing. Stop to breathe. I would love to know in the chat. Y'all are very quiet tonight. Anything I've said so far, is this resonating? Is this something, or is there anything that I've said that you already do, or something that I've said that you said you can attest and say, when I blank, I feel better. When I am in nature, when I walk, when I have a wellness drink. So for me, stopping and breathing is not second nature. I have to catch myself in a moment, and the oils do help with that. But of course you can do it without the oils, but there's added benefit to this. So right now I have this oil freedom, and I'm going to invite you to just breathe with me for like 30 seconds. Can we do that? Okay. I don't even know if that was 30 seconds, but it felt like 5 minutes, because when you're going at a pace so fast all day and you stop to do that, it resets everything. My heart rate just went down. My blood pressure went down. And I didn't think about anything. I just thought about what this oil smelled like and breathing. There are so many different oils for so many different uses. And I did cover, I'm going to give y'all this link before I sign off tonight. I did cover the science of emotions last month. And the science of how oils affect emotions. And I mentioned a lot in that webinar, but just a couple. Frankincense. You can go on pubmed.gov, look up frankincense and read about the benefits of just inhalation. Pretty phenomenal what it does to your brain, oxygenating your brain, calming you down. Stress Away is another blend. Stress Away is one that I was turned off by. I did not enjoy the smell. It was overly sweet for me and I crave it, and it's a go-to now. And then the Feelings Kit, which is something that I'm going to end with and tell you a little bit more about. Okay. Thank y'all for your comments. I'm going to read these as soon as I'm finished with this slide. Okay. There are basically 2 kits that Young Living has put together. Of course, you can just take one oil and do these things, but these kits have a specific order for specific reasons. So the first one is the Feelings Kit, and this is the main one I'm going to talk about tonight. And talk about emotional balance. So this is going to be good for you if you feel like what I mentioned earlier about talking to a friend who feels like she's kind of in the habit of many years of stuffing emotions, burying emotions, not processing with them in a healthy way. If that's you, chances are you've got some physical manifestations of that. And so with the Feelings Kit, you're going to see possibly some physical improvement as you deal with your emotions. It's pretty amazing. So every single day, this kit is designed to be used twice a day for 30 days. You're going to start with Valor on the soles of your feet. You're going to do Harmony on your energy points, which is kind of your meridian line, anywhere on your meridian line. Think about like your forehead, your belly button, your chest. And I'm going to go into these oils in just a minute, and I have to pull up my notes. Forgiveness around your navel. Present Time. One of my most favorite smells ever is Present Time. And that's going to go in your wrists and your ears. By the way, have y'all ever read in Exodus the instructions to the priests before they go into the temple? They're supposed to anoint their ears and their big toes. And those are pressure points for emotional release and forgiveness. That's kind of cool. Other benefits as well. But that was part of the cleansing to be able to enter the temple. Release oil on your liver. I was just texting a doula client yesterday, and she was like, okay, what oils do I absolutely need for birth? And I was like, release. It's going to, if there are any emotional blocks that are going to get in your way in labor, release will help them come out. So these are the places before work, or I would say before your day starts, and then before bed. So you're going to do this twice a day. Okay. Release of your liver. The last one is Inner Child under your nose. Very simple protocol. Use it before work or before your day starts and before bed for 30 days. Okay. And then I'm going to come back to my slide in a second, but because this is not the how tonight, this is just the how to, if you're looking for that science of, I'm a little curious how oils can even affect my emotions. I am that person. I love to know stuff like that and understand stuff like that. It helps me, it builds my belief to use them even more. So I made it a bit.ly link to make it easy for you to find. So you'll just do bit.ly/science of oils and emotions. And that's going to bring you to it's a 20-minute talk that I did on a little bit of the science behind it. So let me pull up my notes really quick and share with you a little bit more about each of these oils. And I am curious, as I pull this up, has anyone here done this already? Have you ever heard of this? Is this something that you have a testimony you can share? Where is it? Sorry, give me 1 second. Cool. So you have the oils, each of the oils, Rachel. You should absolutely give it a try. Release postpartum. Smart. Very, very smart. Okay, so a little bit about these oils. I won't say what's in the blends. I want you to go look them up yourselves. Just go to Young Living's website and type it in. So Valor, beautiful smelling blue oil. This one is used to inspire courage to face adversity. It's used to balance and equalize the body's energies. It's used to increase oxygen to the pineal gland, to boost self-confidence, to calm and soothe the nervous system. Harmony oil, another beautiful smelling oil, creates a harmonic balance for the energy centers of the body. That's your median points. Reduces stress, dissipates feelings of discord, encourages a positive attitude, and opens and balances your heart. Forgiveness helps to release hurt feelings and negative memories, helps you move past emotional barriers and to create like a higher awareness of your emotions, and also aids in forgiving and letting go. And obviously, guys, like I said, I'm not going to get into the how tonight because I've already done that. But there is a way that God designed us and his plants to work together for this plan, for this good. And I know it might sound weird. I'm not giving, the name of the oil forgiveness. I'm not giving the oil the power. It's not going to help you. It's not going to forgive somebody for you, right? Like, you're in charge of that. But the oil, the way that it works to release emotions and really get to a certain part of your brain where we store emotions is how it works. And this is also going to have to be partnered with your willingness, right? And your prayer and what your desire is, obviously. So present time creates a feeling of being in the moment. A lot of holistic doctors talk about disease developing when we live in the past with regret. And so present time will help to clear those past emotions and allow you to process them so that you can move forward. So it really brings you out of the past. Release oil is mainly used to release anger or memories from trauma, which are stored in your liver. It also helps create emotional well-being and to decrease frustration and anger. I feel like we could all use all of these, right? The last one is inner child, allows one to reconnect with your authentic self, creates emotional balance. It's uplifting and encouraging. It also aids in a restful night's sleep. So yes, I believe this protocol and the testimonies that I've read say both increased energy, better sleep. So that is very encouraging. I was reading, I was kind of looking up in like my oil archive groups today, and I found this really cool testimony actually from a doctor who used this in like a clinical setting. And she said, let me read this. She said, I have a very powerful personal testimony on this one. The very first time I used this kit, I did the exact protocol outlined on 4 people: my 94-year-old mom, my sister, my daughter-in-law, and my daughter. I asked them to rate any discomfort or pain on a scale of 1 to 10 and its location. And then I did this protocol and then asked them to re-rate their pain level immediately after, about an hour, to do the entire protocol. All of them, all 4, had dramatic decrease in their pain level. No other interventions were done. The most stunning outcome happened about an hour later while we were having tea and chatting. My mother got this faraway look in her eyes and proceeded to tell us in graphic detail of the day she was shot during World War II and almost died. We sat holding our breaths as she talked for 20 minutes with no distress, just recounting everything that happened. She later stated and said she had never talked about what had happened to her that day and the weeks after, when her life were hanging in precarious balance. She seemed much more relaxed, less anxious, and overall happier after this experience, and it healed a lot of misunderstanding and miscommunication between my sister and my mom. I have used this protocol with my patients many times, and many patients have purchased the kit and done the protocol themselves at home, all with exceptionally positive results in some very difficult emotional situations. How amazing is that? I read that testimony and I'm like, this is amazing. This is like in a clinical setting. This is written by a doctor who uses this personally, but testimonies are powerful. And so I felt like that was important enough to share. Last but not least, and our time is up. I wanted to just share with y'all, where is it? There's one other protocol that I find very easy, and maybe you're not dealing so much with like deep stored emotions, and you just want like more energy, more motivation, like having a hard time and you're kind of like dragging your feet, maybe needing creativity and just kind of needing that part of emotional health, right? So it's not so much trauma related, but it is more just like you're feeling stuck. We put together a text. Thank you to my cousin/assistant Casey for helping me today. It's another protocol called the Great Day Protocol. And this is using 4 oils: Valor, Joy, Harmony, and White Angelica. So it's a totally different kit. And if you want to learn about it, since I'm out of time, text Great Day. That's 2 words, Great Day, to this number right here. This is my business number, 985-218-8868. And it's going to text you, I think it's like 6 text messages, but you're going to learn about the Great Day protocol. So whole other different one there. I'm going to stop sharing and answer the chat before I sign off real quick. I use lavender every night to help with sleep. Can I still use it as I do this for the 30 days? Totally. Yes, absolutely. And if you don't have these oils and you still just want to get started on emotional release, grab the oils that you do have. God made these plants pretty incredible. They all have benefits. Those oils mentioned in the kit have their very specific uses, but you're still going to have great results using lavender, using frankincense. Grab the ones you have. All right, y'all. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I hope that you got something good out of that, maybe a really practical way to de-stress and to do it in a healthy way, or maybe just a reminder to stop and breathe. If you haven't tried either of these protocols, give them a try. I have read countless testimonies on both of them. I use the Great Day Protocol. I can't personally attest to the Feelings Kit, but I've read the testimony I read convinced me enough. So, oh wait, I had one more little treat. Totally forgot to click on this. Found this today in my research. Oh, is it here? And it's a little sound bite from Gary Young. May he rest in peace. Where is it? I wanted to play it for y'all. There it is. Talking about the Feelings Kit. It's only a minute long, like a minute 20. So hopefully you can hear this. Let's see.
We're living in an evolving world, a world that is starting to recognize that emotions and feelings are very real. And emotions or feelings are now even being recognized in the medical world of having a foundation in health. And if there's negative emotions, it can have an eroding effect on the immune system, and that is documented. Likewise, if you have positive emotions, it can have an empowering effect on the immune system. And so with the Feelings Kit, this is a kit that not only is going to enhance and empower you in dealing with things of the past and letting go of limitations that have been caused by negative emotion, negative memories, and angers, but also it will enable you to empower your immune system. Because as you let go of the negative things, your cortisol levels will drop and your immune system will function more efficiently. So it's not just about emotions or feelings, it's about our physical well-being as well.
So cool. So that was when he introduced the Feelings Kit. I don't know how many years ago that was, but when I found that today, I was like, that's such a treat. So, oh, thank you, Rachel, for that. I love that you said that. So Rachel said, I rarely talk emotional health and the oils with the names because I've had some really negative comments about taking away from God, but I love how you explain this, Haley. Yes. So we worship the Creator, not the things created, and plants are from Him. So the oils names, the blends names come from what those plants can specifically do for us. And anoint and pray. That's the instruction, right? So I like to do both together. And we need to give the power back to the Creator who made these. So thank you, guys. Share this with a friend. The recording will be out soon. If you don't already subscribe to our text messages, we do remind people every single week when these calls are happening. And we also text out the recording. And so if you aren't on that list and want to be, text the word latest to that same number I gave you earlier, 985-218-8868 latest. Okay. That's it. I'm done. Sorry, it's so late. Y'all have a great night and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.